Hi, welcome back to the video. In this one I'm just going to be drawing dynamic poses. I'm not really good at this kind of stuff, so I don't know whether to call this a tutorial or a draw with me, but how about a draw with me tutorial where I'm kind of figuring out how to do it along with you guys. So I find with doing dynamic poses it does help a lot to use the liquify tool, like to push and pull proportions. That's what I do anyway. It helps me realize where I went wrong when I was doing the initial sketch, so maybe this is a tutorial. I really like the pose that I got here. The way that I get poses is by searching around, I don't look up dynamic poses. If you're looking for a dynamic pose reference, you want to look for someone doing a dynamic pose. So you want to look up a dancer, a gymnast, street fighter, something like that, and you're going to find more dynamic references there. So for example here, I think I looked up dancer, and this was one of the poses I got, and I really liked it. I really liked the shape of it, and I knew it was going to be difficult to get the torso to look right, so I wanted to challenge myself to draw that. And you can see that I use bubbles to create the shape, and then I outline them. I don't really know how else to describe it. It does help me to visualize things like that, so if that's something you want to try for your next piece, I guess give it a go and see if it helps. I struggled a lot with the pelvis in this one. Definitely trying to get it aligned and correct was difficult because it didn't feel natural to draw. So I moved on to this one, which is a girl holding her shoe, and I thought this one would be difficult because I wanted to make sure the limbs looked proportionate and I didn't want her back to look broken. So I had to put a lot of effort into making sure that that didn't happen. Because there was a little bit of, her body is also turned slightly. So making that look correct is also hard. I don't even know how to tell you how I did it because I'm not good at this stuff either. So maybe I'll just stop trying to talk like a tutorial and tell you what I've been up to. A little update. So yesterday me and my boyfriend watched A Quiet Place 2, and I honestly thought it was shit. I thought it was so boring. I feel like it's so overrated. There was a few jump scares, but it wasn't actually scary. It was just that cheap jump scare shit that horror movies do nowadays. I looked up reviews for it and it was so heavily praised, and I don't know, I didn't think it was that good. And then we are going for a walk today, so I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, I'm drawing Skater Girl now. I had a lot of fun with this one because I was kind of warmed up from the other ones, so I wanted to put a little bit of extra time and effort into this one, and I feel like you can definitely tell because it's a very awkward pose to do. It doesn't look natural, but I did my best to replicate the picture as best as I could, and I think this and the next skater are my two best drawings. The most important thing to get down is proportions for sure. So for example, her elbow is in line with her knee, and I definitely didn't replicate that on her left arm, our right arm. Her elbow is too high, and I can see now in the thing that it should be lower down. The elbow on her right arm looks okay though compared to the image, and her hand is in line with her knee horizontally. It's just the far arm should be a little bit longer, and I think her legs should be a little bit longer too. But that's just stuff that I'm seeing now. I don't change it, so yeah. It's also, even if you're not going to be drawing a face, it's really important to draw where the face is going to be looking. It does really help. And then for this one I wanted to shade it as well, so I did a little bit of shading on it just to finish it off. And I was just I was having a good art day this day, and I really liked the lighting on it, so I wanted to give it a quick go over with the shading and stuff. This voiceover is a bit all over the place, but I don't mind. I'm running out of things to talk about. I haven't really done much this week, especially in terms of art, because my boyfriend is visiting, so I haven't had time to do a lot of stuff. So I'm recording this while he's here so I can get it up during the week. And I finished this off with some stars and making it pretty. You know, I put sparkles in all my work, so I had to make sure to do it to this one too. So anyway, I wasn't completely satisfied with those 4 drawings, so I wanted to draw one more, but this time I wanted to draw it as if I was doing a traditional study. I'll insert a picture, if I remember to do it, of an example of what my traditional portrait studies look like, and I really wanted to replicate it here in Procreate, and I think I did a good job of it. Like, you can see that the lines are a bit more, like, I didn't erase any lines, I don't think, and I like that. It just forces it to look, it forces you to think about what you're doing before you actually draw it, and yeah, I think this one turned out really well. The main idea with this is to use a really light colour, like yellow, for the base, and then go in with red and blue to do the tones and stuff like that. It's a primary colour scheme, so that's what I did here. I went around it. I am going to change this line art to, I think I change it to a dark red when I'm finished the drawing, but for now I do it in a dark colour just so I can see it on the page. But you can see that I'm putting a little bit more effort into these lines. I might not be doing a lot of them, but it's just as long as they're in the right place, then they're fine. I wanted to make sure that I got the perspective and everything right as well, so I was putting a lot of effort into where I'm placing the lines. The feet gave me a bit of bother, and I think you can tell, like, the shoes and the skateboard, they are not they're not the same as the picture. I kind of took some creative liberty with that, but it is what it is. Also, I was so happy with how that shoe came out. Like, I know it doesn't look like the picture, but like, I don't draw shoes that often, and I think it looks pretty good, if you ask me. While I'm drawing the skateboard, I'm just going to talk a bit about a new game that I played. It's called Fury. It's like a boss game. I've been having fun with it. It's a little bit difficult, like the reaction time is a bit difficult, but the soundtrack is top tier. Like, even if you're not going to play the game, just look up the Fury soundtrack. It's really good. I think we are about to move on to some colouring, and to do this I lay down a flat layer of yellow, and this is like a light yellow. I'm working light to dark, so you're going to see I do a layer of yellow and then a mid-tone layer of red. Again, I'm not being too clean with it, it's pretty sloppy, but I think it works in the end. I think it looks really well. Placing down the red for all of the midtones and the shadows, and then I'm placing down the blue to act as a shadow tone. So really paying attention to the reference to make sure I lay down all of the tones where they're supposed to go. And if you do that right, if you need to like observe the picture to make sure you do, even if you're not directly copying it, just have a vague idea of where the tones are supposed to go will help you make the picture look right. I know this video was a bit all over the place. I should have written a script and I didn't, but I do hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you use any of these tips. I hope I enjoyed editing. I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye.